let's play Legend of Zelda Link 2 or whatever the fuck this game's called. With Brados the Mighty.
JD McFly. That was terrible.
That was the best.
Zelda 2. The Adventure of Swayze. Fucking. Part 5, yeah, JD McFly and fucking.
Brados the Mighty.
Dickhead over here. Oh, fuck. So anyways, when we left off, we're just kind of going on about the Wii U and third parties and this and that. And actually, before I finished, I forgot to mention that I was expecting the Wii U to have a bunch more games, mainly by Nintendo, just because the last couple of years of the Wii, their output was really low. Yeah, and how basically third parties, they tried. I mean, they ported some nice games over to the Wii U, you know, from the start. Like, you can't go wrong. The ports, they can be ports of bad games, but there are ports of, you know, good to great games. And
Fair enough.
Zombie U was a really nice game for a launch game. Think about that, by Ubisoft.
Yeah,
And those
really
guys are
good.
cheap fuckers.
We need
so,
more horror games.
Yeah, more games with horrors too.
Yeah, horrors and horror. Horrors.
There you go. And horses. Oh, wait, never mind, not that part. But, yeah, I don't know, I just feel that part of the problem is that I think this kind of started, personally for me, because me and Brad, we've been playing since NES, so we've always been exposed to a lot of first-party and third-party games on Nintendo consoles. And on the Genesis and PS1, whatever. First party and third party. So, I mean, we're pretty open to trying new things, new ideas. Not in that way. Not anymore, anyways. And I think that starting with the N64 generation, a lot of people, for whatever reason, I think the younger kids, they're not willing to try the newer stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, you can say that about older people. They're kind of set in their ways, too. But I always found with that generation, mainly because there was quite a bit of drought on the N64. You know what I mean? Back then, it was really about Japanese games, and Western party games sucked.
Yeah.
And it was all about, or games made in like North America and Europe. They were, you know, nobody cared about those, and it was all about Japanese Final Fantasy, anime, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is odd because nowadays it's pretty much reversed.
Yeah,
You know
which
what I
is
mean?
kind of strange, yeah. Final
So,
Fantasy died.
I think that there's kind of like, what's the word? What's it called, Brad? You know this stuff. You know when someone's held hostage and then they end up...
Stockholm
Syndrome kind of thing. Where they're like, oh, we don't want those games anyways.
Yeah, we never got them before.
Yeah, so why do we want them now? You know, we don't want
yeah.
RPGs, we don't want Final Fantasy, you know. Oh, who needs GTA? Because for the longest time, that's what people used, you know, against Nintendo fans. So you guys have just kiddie games. You guys, you know, casual stuff, whatever. And then people are like, well, you know, we have quality. We may not have quantity, but, you know, we have, you know, it's all about the gameplay, not about the graphics.
Yeah.
And then I remember when fucking Wii U HD stuff, people were like, oh yeah, Mario and Zelda HD, you know, eat it, haters, and shit like that. And then I don't know. There's a bit of an elitism, I think, amongst Nintendo fans.
Yeah.
At least the younger ones. I mean, I'm all for third-party games and stuff, but sometimes people, they have these lofty, unrealistic expectations. You know?
Yeah, I feel like when people say graphics are shitty on a game when they're like fucking perfect. Yeah. Like best graphics you ever seen, and then people.
Oh, then people are like, oh, it's not, you know, 60 frames, 1080p, but it's 60 frames per second. Like, who gives a shit? I'm enjoying this. I think this looks nice.
How many P's is this, man?
I don't know. The only P's you get are in the P bags.
Yeah.
Fucking monsters drop. But no, I've noticed that. I even remember on the Wii U, because the Wii U was all about, you know, casual games. There's just or not the Wii U, the Wii.
Yeah.
And it was all about casual, you know, versus hardcore. That was that. Before it was like kiddie games and this and that. And games, you know, like Mad World would come out. Stuff like that. And I mean, I personally, I ended up buying Mad World. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would.
I also bought Mad World.
Yeah. But there was, like, it's weird. Like, those games got hyped up so much. Like Mad World, Deadly Creatures, Conduit, stuff like that. Well, no, just let me finish. I
never played Deadly Creatures.
I never did either, but I wanted to. And those games were getting hyped up, and then like on message boards. I remember I used to go Nintendo a lot. I don't anymore. I think I'm dead. Oh,
you made it.
Made it.
You made it, Swayze.
And I remember And then people be like, oh, you're hyping up. Oh, yeah, you know, Sony and Microsoft, they don't have anything this good. Fuck, I'm still in it. I'm still in it to win it. And, but I noticed that towards release, people started making up excuses like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I know in Mad World's case, it was like, oh, this is too hardcore. It's like, what the
Can't
fuck?
play this, I'll
Or-
go rob a bank.
Or people are like, oh, I wish it was in color. You know, I wish it wasn't black and white and red. That's stupid. You know, it's like, I'd buy it if they had like a color mode or something. I'm just like, what? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's wrong with these people? I know in Conduit was, oh, it's too generic. That was one of the excuses for Conduit.
And they were all right. Mad World and Conduit? Fuck. If I had a choice between those two games, I'd play Checkers. Those games were shit. I played Mad World for 15 minutes and then tried to get my money back.
Mad World was very, you know, I don't know, it had like an arcadey type feel. It wasn't all that deep. I mean,
when I eventually sold that game, they gave me $1 for Mad World.
Yeah,
That's
you can't-
crazy. And I paid like 50 or 60 bucks.
Yeah. It's I guess I should be killing these guys, but whatever.
Swayze does what Swayze wants.
Yeah. And Conduit, I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say those games didn't have problems. They definitely did have problems.
Conduit 2, man.
Oh, that was worse.
Best game
But
ever.
that game was irrelevant because the Call of Duty games on the Wii were incredibly well done.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just I always kind of find that funny, and it even nowadays is the same thing. Like people are unwilling to give third parties a chance on the Wii. They always kind of, oh, it's going to be, you know, they're going to be missing features, this and that. It's like, well, you know, if with the Wii U's smaller just user base,
Yeah.
why would you put like online on something? Because you have to maintain those servers and this and that.
Yeah,
But then again,
who's gonna be
playing it because people aren't going to be buying
Yeah.
games or buying those games, or buying a Wii to play those games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think it's laughable. You got to kind of understand where the third parties are coming from. I mean, it sucks. It sucks that there is, you know, a lot of. I find there's a bias towards Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think there's been a bias for a long time. Nintendo, they were huge dicks back in the day, though.
And even now, they're kind of perpetuating that by not even advertising their goddamn system.
I think they're trying to do a little better job. I mean,
a little bit better.
But I totally agree with you though. I mean, they at the Wii U launch, there was maybe a couple commercials.
Yeah, I remember one.
Yeah.
And it didn't even tell you. It didn't make sense. The commercial looked like a new controller was coming out.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think personally for me, when I first saw the Wii U shown off, I think I don't know, was it 2011 or whatever?
Something like that.
I was disappointed. I was actually hoping that they were going to make a refinement of the Wii remote because I love the Wii remote. I think that's a great control scheme, and I felt we were kind of going a step backwards, going back to a traditional control style.
Yeah.
Now the Wii U, I think it would have been an excellent you know, add-on peripheral device like the Wii Fit balance board, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
And they could, you know, update, you know, backwards, make it backwards compatible with older games. So like, look, you know, new Super Mario Brothers U, you can play it on the gamepad now.
That'd be cool.
You know, or you know, try it with these games, try it with Wii Fit. I do not think they should have made a whole console around it.
Yeah.
You know, I think they should have refined the Wii remote, put some more buttons on it, like GameCube style buttons, like around the A on the Wii remote. I don't know. I think it would have been awesome. Improved the motion. Made like the nunchuck less cheap because I always felt that was kind of like just kind of a cheap little gimmicky thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
They wouldn't even let you trade in your original Wii without the Wii remote.
Well,
That's crazy.
well, it's how you're gonna use it.
I
Otherwise.
guess, yeah. But I mean, you think you'd be able to trade in the system without the controllers.
Yeah.
You can't. It's craziness.
Oh, fuck.
And I don't know. I'll give any game a chance. I might
Bullshit.
hate everything.
Bullshit.
I hate everything.
Bullshit.
But I'll give anything a chance. It just has to wow me.
Yeah. There you go. Fuck. How many lives do I have? One.
Every game has a chance with me. Nothing is left off.
Oh fuck.
Except
Right
for
to the face.
Bayonetta. I'm never playing that shit.
You might like it. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Play
love
Devil
Devil
May
Rant.
Cry.
I didn't like Devil May Cry too much. I didn't like Dante. That's probably why.
I didn't mind Dante.
I thought Dante's an incredibly lame character. He's one of the lamest
I thought he was
characters.
kind of emo. Like a little emo boy.
The new one he is.
Yeah, yeah.
DMC, But no, I'm talking about the older ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now we just picked up the hammer, so it's hammer time now.
Alright, it's hammer time.
Put on our pants, parachute pants. Now we're just gonna go break some boulders.
Nice.
Try to progress this game. I don't want this to be like a 20-part series.
Part number 23. No, it's part number 24.
Jump over these. There's no one. I'm on
Look
zero
at how
lives.
good I'm doing.
Yo, yes, Brad. I don't need magic. I don't need the shield.
I don't need anything. Patrick fucking Swayze. Back from the dead. Back from the roadhouse.
Okay. Get out of this dungeon.
Holy shit.
Motherfucker. Any secrets over here? Let's find out.
Get out your Nintendo Power.
I didn't read Nintendo Power. I
They
don't
still
think.
make Nintendo Power?
Nope. They've
No?
been out of publication for a while.
That's sad.
Yeah, that is. It is sad.
And again, there's the internet.
I remember you had a lot of Nintendo Power.
Subscription,
N64
yeah.
days.
That
I
was like
remember
a present.
a lot.
Subscription.
What a present.
Yeah.
There's never any guides for Ultima Online in here. What the hell, Nintendo? Get with it.
Ultima Online was awesome. Awesome like heroin's awesome. I couldn't put it down.
That's good. Alright. Let's get back to the surface.
Gotta get back to the surfers. Holy shit, I can't believe you're almost at like max everything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you know.
And I still couldn't get very far.
Yeah. Next time we'll play a more Brad-friendly game.
I need the cheat
If
codes,
such
man.
a thing exists.
Dark Souls.
Woo!
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Sweet magic.
Nice. Look how happy he is.
He's like, I'm gonna put my dick in this thing. Maybe I can chop down trees with it too.
The hammer?
No, my dick. Of course the hammer.
Well, dick would make more sense. Holy shit. Fucking ice.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about Wii U and third-party games?
I don't know. Just
I
need
can't-
more games in general. More games that I want to play.
There you go. And what games do you want to play?
I have no idea.
What do you like?
I like Xenoblade Pandora's Tower. Some
Yeah.
good games.
You see, if you like Pandora's Tower, I think you'd like the Metroid series.
Maybe.
'Cause Other M, like Metroid Other M, that's a great game. It's incredibly linear for the Metroid games. You just give up way too quick.
Except for Pandora's Tower.
Well, I know that's the weird thing though.
It is weird.
When I
I'm
brought
a weird
Metroid
person.
over,
Yeah, that's like Pandora's Tower in space.
so
One thing I like about Pandora's Tower, it wasn't in space.
that's one of your things,
I guess, I don't know. I have a hard time taking the Metroid series for whatever reason.
dude. They're like
Fucking
jellyfish, space jellyfish,
Goofy aliens.
space pirates. How can you
Yeah,
not?
and you're playing a female character.
Oh, fuck! Don't. Go there. It's like douchiest thing you could say. That's why you don't like Bayonetta. It's all
Yeah,
starting to
that's
make
right.
sense now. God, I had to edit that shit out.
I'm actually interested to see what Bayonetta look like. Like the game, like how it's gonna play. It looks just like too fucking busy. Like when you watch the
Yeah.
preview videos, it just looks like fucking craziness.
That's platinum though. That's kind of like what they're about, right?
I guess.
Just action, very action. Oh shit! Oh, these fuckers, they take away fucking EXP.
Nice.
Right to a town. Fuck.
So you know what would have been a good game? The original Gears of War. If they made it like a 20-hour game instead of like a 2-hour game. It
Yeah.
had a lot of potential to be cool because it was kind of new on the market back then too.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah,
Remember when
I
you showed
really
it to me? I
liked
thought
it,
it looked
yeah.
really nice. But then we were playing, and I fought
Didn't
that
end
last
it.
guy with the bats, and I was like, is this over? And you're like, no, it can't be.
Yeah.
And it ended. And I was like, oh, that's pretty lame.
That was the first time I guess first time was Yoshi's Story or Yoshi Island.
Yoshi's Story. Yeah,
that was the first time it
disappointing.
shocked me when a game was super short.
That was bad. That's one of the things where 64, I don't have a love for it like I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do.
Same thing, 2-hour game.
Yeah, that was depressing.
Yeah.
That was because Yoshi's Island on the SNES, it was such a big, robust game.
Yeah.
And then Yoshi's Story, it's just like,
It's like a
eh.
fucking
And that's why I
blank.
don't like Yoshi games. I don't really like Yoshi as a character either
That's why I don't like Gears of War.
because of Yoshi's Story.
Yeah. They followed the Yoshi Story fucking mold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally made for little kids.
It is, yeah.
Maybe we should do a Yoshi story playthrough. You want to do
Sure.
that?
Fuck.
Fuck no. I'm just
Part
kidding.
0.5 done.
You can do it, honestly, one episode.
You could, of course.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Big Gears of War, I don't know. And they're like, but it's online. What if I don't want to fucking play online? I want to play by myself.
That's a problem, too.
Can't even play the game.
I think it actually, hopefully, it starts swinging back to single player.
I like online stuff too, but I mean.
Well, then Smash Brothers, man. Come on. What did I just
Yeah, I
say?
don't
You're like,
know.
oh well. Now you're all like, oh well.
Are they gonna have voice chat with Smash Bros? Or not?
No, you have Skype. That's what you Skype for. Like
But
that's
you
what
need to
people
know the person to Skype with them.
do. Yeah. Well, why do you want to have
I want
voice
to
chat?
troll random people.
You
That's
want to be
why.
an asshole to
Of
people.
course. That's how you meet people. It
Yeah.
actually worked with Blobs.
Yeah. Black
Somehow.
Ops for the Wii.
Yeah.
Tell them about that. Your
We
experience with
ended
that.
up meeting like probably 5 or 6 people that we actually like had added to like
They were actually-
Facebook. And,
Well, I don't use Facebook,
yeah,
Brad.
I had them on Facebook until I started trolling them on Facebook, and then they deleted
What a
me.
nice guy.
But yeah, where we actually kept in touch with those people and like played with them and stuff at the same time, which is pretty cool. And they're like all over the United States.
Yeah, they were
Which I
actually really
liked. There's
nice.
actually like a community of people that played it.
Yeah, that's one nice thing I will say about the Wii, the online community, because it was so small, well, smaller than what's on, definitely Steam and what's this?
Brew.
Oh, I think it's Medicine. That's awesome. Brew, Strange Brew.
Yeah.
It was, you generally encounter the same people, so even if you people get familiar, especially in the hardcore mode, and me and Brad were huge dicks in the hardcore mode,
Yeah.
because we just like flashbang, force team kill, lock people in the corners. We were really nice, and I don't know, it was nice.
Yeah,
It was nice.
fun.
Like, it was community, it was nice. We weren't part of their clan, but we definitely played with them.
Yeah. And even though it was really mean to people for some reason,
Well, it depends. I
Yeah.
think some people
thought it was funny.
and
just
they
said,
could
"I'm
take the
sorry."
joke, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. I think that was how you tested people, essentially.
Yeah.
People could laugh, just realize it's just a game. Then you were okay with them. But if
Yeah.
people were trying way too hard,
Then I really, really like.
then you were like, okay, well, now I can really fuck with these assholes.
Now
They
you're
take
the reason I'm playing this game.
this is their life.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin their life.
Yeah.
Because Brad's a nice guy.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Unfortunately, Modern Warfare 3. I think by the time that game came out
I was
on the
calling
Wii,
it out.
yeah, well,
I
because
think a lot of people were.
2011 didn't really have a lot for games, and that's what we were talking about before. 2010 was an awesome year for third party and first party. I'd like to make a whole separate video about that. But 2011, I think it started. It had Mario Sports Mix and
sounds goofy.
Conduit 2,
Yeah.
which wasn't
Another
good. And then
Killer title.
towards the end of the year, I think it had Modern Warfare 3
Yeah.
and
I'm picking that
Skyward Sword, your favorite game ever,
Yeah.
True and Honest.
That should have online.
All right,
Skyward Sword.
What
Bird
are-
battles.
Bird Clan, man.
Yeah.
Gonna get to the nest, capture the nest.
Your fucking KD ratio wasn't good enough to get in my bird clan.
And I think a Kirby game, a Kirby collection, and I think a Kirby Superstar or something like that.
Something like that.
That's what came out, and it was a pretty weak year. Next year, I think it was just Xenoblade and Last Story, and I think Pandora's Tower actually ended up coming out 2013.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, man.
I know.
Just crazy.
No,
How do you
people-
expect to make money?
On
Well, with those games coming out, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna make money?
well, that's the thing, and they kind of just Nintendo let their own brand die.
Yeah.
I think if they let the Wii U, I'm not Wii, keep fucking them up, and see that's the problem.
Yeah.
I think if they rode the Wii out but gave it like respect
Yeah.
and like still said okay, stuff's still coming up, and started letting people know the Wii's winding down, Wii U's coming up, we should upgrade this, right?
Yeah.
And you should be, this is what's coming up next with the Wii U. I think it would have been better, but they just fucking let it drop like a rock. They didn't support it, and people were like, well, I'm just gonna buy a fucking PS3 or 360.
Yeah,
and then
agreed.
those guys were like, this is awesome. There's tons of games.
Yeah.
Sure, it doesn't have Mario and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but
You didn't like them anyway.
oh no, people love Mario. Here, let's see what this is.
Wow.
White power.
Yeah.
Fucking, just kidding. Fucking kidding. It actually turns into a fairy, oddly
Nice.
enough.
That's kind of funny.
If you saw that.
Well, it's like if Nike kept putting out the same goddamn shoe forever, never made a new shoe, I'm gonna start buying Reebok.
Yeah,
That's the same with
pretty
Nintendo.
much. No, they kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah.
But maybe next time they'll do better. I don't know. Rumors have it that they're gonna have it so it'll be like a cross-buy thing. Like if you buy the handheld or the console, you can buy either game. You know, and you can transfer it over.
Cool.
I think that's cool because I'm not too much of a handheld guy. I really bought the 3DS just to play Smash, and that's until once the Wii U version comes out. I probably won't be playing the 3DS Smash anymore. Like honestly, true and honestly.
They should make it for my phone. Smash Brothers on my phone would be awesome.
No. How would you play it?
Touchscreen, man. It's the way of the future.
You know you can play Bayonetta with the touchscreen.
Can you actually?
Yeah, on the gamepad.
Well, if it comes out for my phone, I'm getting it.
There you go. You fucking. I am at a loss. But no, I definitely think Other M. I'll send it home with you tonight. Yeah. You hook up your Wii U and play it.
My Wii U is still in the basement.
Well, no, that's why I said hook up your Wii U and play it.
I don't know.
Why don't you know? You see, this is what.
If Other M wasn't in space, I might play it.
It's a fucking Metroid game. Well, then what about Super Metroid? It's not in space.
Where is it?
It's on a planet.
Is it on a planet?
Yeah.
It's like it's in space.
That doesn't fucking make sense.
Some other
galaxy. Pandora's Tower takes place on a planet.
Yeah, Earth.
It's not Earth.
It's the Earth in the past.
No, it isn't. Ridiculous. So you got anything to add? I just want to get this secret, and then we'll finish this episode. This ridiculous fucking episode. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty awesome.
Turning you on?
Yeah.
Now Link can beat himself.
Yeah.
No, I think you should give those games a shot.
I know.
Because I have a bunch of games you can borrow. Oh,
good.
and now I think this is the third dungeon. Nice. And the raft is in this dungeon, so next time we're gonna get that fucking raft and we're gonna go rafting.
Float around.
Okay, so see you next time. See you next time on True and Honest.
Bye.
I'm surprised you didn't say anything fucked up.
Like what?
I was expecting you to say something stupid.